Hello, I'm Marcy,
Hi, I'm Kyle.
and we are so grateful to be a part of celebrating the 20th anniversary of Marriage and Family Savers. Congratulations, Bill and Penny. We're so proud of you guys and miss you and wish we were there. We'd like to share a little bit of our story that demonstrates the impact that you have had on our marriage and in our family and in our community. Kyle, would you like to share of those events that have impacted the community?
Sure. So for the last 10 years, Marcy and I have facilitated a marriage Bible study here at our house. And also, along with our local churches and ministerial association, we've seen over 70 couples attend weekend marriage conferences. And also, one of our sons and his wife were part of those couples as well. Marcy and I have also been interviewed on 2 different radio stations. One was just before Pastor Banuchi came to do a Marriage and Family Savers event, and the other one was just a radio station in Denver who wanted to hear our story and hear about our marriage going from crisis to success. We've also put on 3 events. One, as I just alluded to, was the Banuchi's Marriage and Family Savers seminar. That was in 2007. But also we've put on 2 other events. One is called Art of Marriage, we did here in our town, and another Art of Marriage that was in Southeast Colorado. So it's been so good. But recently, this year in fact, Marcy and I were guest speakers at a Valentine's Day sweetheart banquet, and we spoke to over 300 people, and it was really exciting to do that and tell our story of success these days. So it was good.
Do you have a little fun fact to share, Kyle?
Oh yeah. Hey, there's a little fun fact. Paul Harvey was reported to say that our county was at one time the divorce capital of the United States. But also this year, another report came out saying our town was the happiest place in Kansas, and in part because of our low divorce rate in our county. So that's real exciting.
Bill and Penny, we just really want to say that you have made an impact in this little small town in Ulysses, Kansas. And you've also made an impact in our kids' lives. When we visit them, they made the remark that they are so glad that when the parents come to visit that it's Kyle and I. Yeah. And there's the continued share of memories and collective history, and that when they're in need, and that there's this unified strength with our marriage that helps them through any of their tests and trials. And it's just such a huge blessing. And I'd also like to share the impact that your ministry has had in this personal way in my married life with Kyle. I'm so happy that I married a man who is kind and loving and has a servant's heart, but he was a man of few words, and that's what brought us to our crisis 10 years ago, is that I had a lot of assumption in what he was thinking or feeling, which most times led to unmet expectations. And so Kyle had to learn how to verbalize and how to communicate those inner thoughts and feelings, so that I was able to understand what his needs were, and he could understand what my needs were. And so the reward that I experienced just the other day, I was visiting with a lady who had been to Kyle's work at a chamber coffee, and she said, "Marcy, Kyle said that he loves you so much and that he appreciates you and that he admires your strengths." And I shared with her, "Thank you for sharing that with me," and I felt very blessed in that moment. And I know that Kyle was genuine as he was saying it, but I also said to her that he has learned that he has learned how to be more verbal and how to speak his feelings and his thoughts so that I would feel appreciated. And he was saying that in the community, out in public, and so it came back to me. And that is a reward that I am experiencing these days in my married life. And I am eternally grateful to Bill and Penny for their service to our marriage and their love and their devotion.
You know, what attracted me to Marcy, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's confident, but you know, early in our marriage, I felt she kind of shrunk back from some of those attributes, mostly because of things I wasn't doing well as a husband. And you know, now Marcy is the owner of two small businesses. She is a sought-after speaker at Rotary and Lions Club, and she's a friend to all and a mentor to many. And you know, just a couple months ago, Marcy completed a Spartan race in Breckenridge, Colorado. So she has really come into her own, and you know, thank you to the Banuchis that have really mentored us and set us on a good path, and we really, really appreciate it, and we're grateful.
So thank you again for giving us this little opportunity to share our story. And we wish you a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Continue with your celebrating and your dancing. And we wish you many more years of impacting marriages, families, and communities. We love you.
Love you. Have a good evening.